Hi, I'm Melissa with A Creative Journey with Melissa, and today I'm going to show you how to make some really cute thank you notes. These notes are perfect for your holiday gift giving thank yous. I know that oftentimes we concentrate on all the gift giving, but it's important, of course, to show your appreciation and thanks for those that are kind enough to send you a gift. So you can use this with any, whether it be birthday or holiday or for any reason, any topic. Any celebration, excuse me, or you can just use this for any type of card that you want to make and just utilize it to whatever works best for you. But we are using it for a thank you note because my kids have already received graciously some presents and I am getting ready to make thank you notes for them to send out. So at any rate, let's get started. I'm going to show you what you need and then I'll show you what we're doing. Okay, we're going to be making 4 cards. This is the piece of paper that we'll be using, the decorative paper. These are the note cards. This is ink. This here is the block that we'll need to put on our stamp. This stamp set is You're So Snow Wonderful, excuse me. And the You're Snow Wonderful is actually the stamp that we're going to be using. I'll give you a little close-up shot of that right there. Okay. I love this stamp set. It's really cute. You can create your own little snowman, your Christmas trees. You can do birds. There's you can also do a little dog or animal, cat, and of course there's the little kids you can do too. And of course all the phrases and the carrot nose, and you can make a whole bunch of different stuff. And of course snowballs. Anyway, so then we also have some twine. We have the paper that we're going to need to stamp our sentiment on. We're going to have the 3D foam squares that we need to give it a little oomph on your decoration or on your creation. And of course we have our adhesive. So with that, I'm going to, we're going to do our stamping first. So we're going to leave this out. We're going to put this aside for now and this aside. And let's put this right here. In the meantime, I want to show you what we're making, okay? This is one example. We're actually making 4 different cards, actually 2 different cards, 2 of each. So this here is the card we're going to be making for one of them, okay? And if you notice, we're using similar paper that we've used in the last 3 or 4 videos for the last 3 or 4 Mondays. I have only used one 12 by 12 piece of paper for all of these videos of each pattern. So I have this pattern and I also have this pattern. Okay, so I've only used one 12 by 12 piece of paper for all of the creations that I've made in the last 3 or 4 weeks. So it's a great way to utilize your scraps or to utilize some paper that you really want to make multiples of. Okay, so again we have this right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this aside. In order to mass produce the stamps, what I do is I do all of the things that I need to do all at one shot, okay? So what we have here is we have my personal stamp set, okay? And I'm going to be taking the You're Snow Wonderful sentiment off, set that aside. We're going to line that right up on our block and push it down. These stamps are photopolymer, if you weren't aware. They're clear and they are sticky by design. So their actual material is sticky. So it doesn't come off, okay? That's why they adhere so well to the acrylic. There's no glue or anything like that. It's just the material that is actually used for the stamps. And getting, not only are they clear, so that helps with placement, but them being photopolymer, they are the highest quality material that you can get. And they're made in the United States, which also tells you that they will not be yellowing and they are great quality. So let's get started with the stamping. So what I do here, this is the card. Actually, I pulled out, oh no, this is correct, I'm sorry. This here is the paper we're going to be stamping on. So I'm just going to make sure that I'm stamping here. I tap it a few times and then I center it right in the middle. And then I'm going to tap it a few times, center that in the middle. And then I'm going to tap that a few times and center that in the middle. And I'm going to do a few extras just to make sure that I have, in case I make a mistake on one of them, okay? I'll do one extra. And then we have one more, which will be the extra, okay? So we're ready with the stamping. So now all I need to do is put my ink away and set that aside. I'm going to wipe off just with some water and a paper towel. I'm just going to quickly, this is just plain water, nothing in it. I'm just going to wipe off my block, and I'm going to wipe off my stamp. And I use the Memento ink. I love the ink. It's wonderful, and it works great with alcohol markers so that you don't have to worry about it bleeding. So I clean that up, set that block aside, and we're going to put our stamp back where it came from, as long as I put it the right way. Okay, and then I just stick it back right here for it to be kept. Now, so what I do here is I've got these stamped and ready to go. I'm going to set that aside. Okay. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put the cards together. And by doing that, I'm just going to take our adhesive and the card base and our decorative paper. And I'm just going to put some adhesive on the back. And I do them all at the same time when I'm mass producing. I think it goes faster. You can do them each one at a time. It's really your preference. I guess ultimately it's all about the same time because you're doing the same thing. But this is my preference to do. Okay, so I'm going to set my adhesive aside. I have my card here. I'm just going to set it right up here, center it, and make sure it's on there. I'm going to pick up my next one. I'm going to center it here. Push it down. That's that one. I'm going to do it again. I think it's important to write thank you notes. I was taught how to do that from when I was younger, that it was important. I think it's a gracious thing. A phone call is nice, of course, as well. A thank you note, or just acknowledging someone's graciousness and them giving you a gift is always really nice. So we have our cards right here. So those are all done. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these back out. I'm going to take out my scissors, and I'm simply just going to cut them. Okay. I'm doing them by hand. I'm just kind of winging it. Doesn't have to be perfect. And then this. Ooh, that one flew. And then this one. Okay. Now again, like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. I like doing them like this because I think it gives a little bit of character. It looks kind of like it's a little piece of snow. And then what I'm going to do is just make a little corner like that. Whoops. There we go. Let's try that. That's better. Okay. That's one. I'm going to just do this. And that's two. And we're going to do it on all four of these. I think it's a cute little look. And I'm going to do it on the fifth one just in case I make a mistake on one of them. Oops, better to be safe than sorry. Okay. And then last but not least, we have this one. Okay. So, kind of makes it look like a little banner. And so we have all of these here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take our twine out. Okay. And I have 4 pieces here. So I'm going to use the white on the one that goes on here. And I'm going to use the red that goes on there because I thought that would look best. So I'm just going to wrap it around 3 times. And I made these a little bit thicker than I did the original one. And that's really a preference as far as whatever you prefer. I thought it would be cute either way. So I'm going to put that aside. See how this one's a little bit thinner than this one is? See that? Okay. And then we're going to do this one. Wrap it around 3 times. 1, 2, 3, and then you tie it in a knot. You want to make sure you tie it in a knot so it stays, otherwise it may not. And that could be a pain if it's not staying on your creation, because then you have to maybe redo it or it falls or whatever. Okay, again, 1, 2, 3. I really like how the red and white twine look against the white paper, and I think it looks great on the snowflake paper, because the snowflake paper is basically a solid color with a little bit of embossing. I really like the way that came out, so I thought that would work well. I'm going to use this one. This one's an extra. I'll put aside in case I need it later. 2, 3. And then we're going to tie a little knot. And then, oh, and then we should be all set. Oops, didn't grab that very well. There we go. Okay, so we've got all our knots done. So now what I do is I just take my scissors and I trim off the extra of the twine, kind of give it a clean finish. Okay, so you just trim that. Set that aside. You take this and you trim it. Set it aside. And trim that one. And trim that one. Simple. Okay. And like I said, this isn't a real fancy difficult project. It's something that is easy to put together, something that you can do even in your spare time, or even while you're traveling. You can put these together. Right now I'm taking my foam squares and I'm putting them on the back of the sentiment, and it gives just a little bit of 3D look, and I think it looks great on the project. And just do that. And then last but not least, we have this one and that. We don't need our foam squares anymore. And now all I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the red ones and put those over here. Take the white ones right here. And I'm going to pull this little backing off of the foam squares. And put it right on. And then I'll do this one. I'd like to add a little bit of color to the one with the blue. Just thought it would give it a cute little pop. So like this. And we have that one there. And then we'll do this one. Oops. They like to stick to my fingers. We do this. And then last but not least, we have this one. Thank you notes are really simple to make and really simple to do. And it really makes the person that has sent you a gift, makes them feel good, and also spreads a little cheer maybe for a day that they may not be having a great day. So hopefully you enjoyed these projects. Like I said, this is really fast, and I hope that this encourages you to maybe send a little note, thank you note or otherwise, to a friend and give them a little cheer, whether it be holiday or otherwise. Hope you have a fantastic day, and hopefully I'll learn how to talk, because clearly my mouth isn't working right now. I hope you subscribe to our YouTube channel. See, there we go, number 2. Our YouTube channel, and also subscribe to our blog. You can check out our website at www.acreativejourneywithmelissa.com or www.acjwm.com. Thank you so much. Hope you have a fantastic day. Thanks for joining us. Bye-bye.